Another year and another Ubisoft game that's trying to be a live service even when it isn't. Today we're talking about the Assassin's Creed Shadows post-launch roadmap. Is it good? Is it not? What is it in my opinion? That's what we're gonna be talking about today. Before I get into it, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, check out the channel, do the YouTube stuff, it really helps me out. And without further ado, let's get into it. So it's been a while since I talked about Assassin's Creed Shadows, but we did get the post-launch roadmap for the game a couple of weeks ago. I didn't have time to make a video before, but this is my comeback video for Assassin's Creed Shadows. It is an interesting launch map. I'm gonna just be in general talking about it today. There's no specific fancy editing or anything going on in this video, so it's just gonna be me talking. I do like it, and I think that it has the potential of adding interesting stuff, but they do have to do better. If you compare it to what we had with Odyssey and Origins and Valhalla, this pales in contrast to those very much, and Odyssey specifically, because it was the same studio that made Odyssey. I expected more, something like Odyssey. But this is kind of disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. It can still be good. If you look at the roadmap, we already got the first two updates, the early and the late May updates, which haven't been anything mind-blowing, but they are nice additions to the game. Mainly right now, I just want them to add quality of life. I'm not expecting a DLC. I know that takes time to develop, and people will be angry if they release the DLC right now, so they can hold on to that and release it at a later date. For now, I would just like quality of life stuff, like the gameplay with the hood on, the cutscenes, improvements to performance, combat stuff, whatever they can do that makes the game feel better and run better. That's what I'm interested in. And there are some of those stuff in this roadmap that you can see ahead of you, but it's not that much. So I am kind of disappointed in that aspect of it, but I am hoping that the story is built up for that. The first story that we got with the priest guy was kind of disappointing. It wasn't too long. The new story we got a couple of days ago with the collaboration with the horror game Dead by Daylight is better. It is more unique, more interesting. It reminded me of the crossover stories we had with Far Cry 6. So that was fun. It's an interesting vibe. It's different to the game, so it's interesting to play through. And I am hoping that the upcoming story update patches add more stuff that are like the Dead by Daylight event. I think that just like in Odyssey, they are not really building on the quality of these events, they are building on the quantity of them. The long-term plan for this game, in my opinion, is to add a lot of these small missions that take 15-20 minutes to complete. And if you add a lot of them in like a year or two, it's gonna have a lot of side missions that you can play through, just like we had in Odyssey. My problem with it is that it's not interesting enough. The characters in it are just not fun. Something about the characters in this game makes them come off as not likable and boring. In Odyssey, characters was just fun. Even the most random NPC that you talk to was fun to listen to. I do not know if it's the animations or the voice acting or the lighting, the cutscenes, I don't know what, but it was fun to talk to random NPCs in Odyssey. It felt like they had personality and charisma, and this game lacks that. If I have one thing that I hope they improve in the future, it's this. Just make characters that are interesting and fun to talk to, even if they are random NPCs. If they add that in these post-launch mission stuff that they're adding, it's gonna add a lot to it. But either way, I think it's a nice thing to go to for what they are trying to do, to add a lot of these small missions that end up being a lot together and adding a significant amount of playtime to the game when there are a lot of them. Now when it comes to parkour improvements, honestly, I couldn't care less. Sure, it's nice to have parkour improvements, and I did hear somewhere that the next couple of Assassin's Creed games are gonna be based on this engine that Shadows uses, so any parkour improvements that we get in Shadows will most likely be moved over to other Assassin's Creed games, which is great. It means that the new games, when they come out, will have improved parkour, but as Shadows stands, there's just nowhere to use the parkour. That's why I don't care so much. They didn't build a big city that you can use parkour in, like Baghdad, or even small cities like London and Valhalla. There's nowhere to use this parkour. That's why I really don't care much, and I don't really understand why they're trying to market it that much, because honestly, it's useless. I think they're just trying to nostalgia bait old Assassin's Creed fans who have nothing to do other than complain about parkour being bad. I don't know if it's working. I'm sure they have their statistics and they wouldn't be doing it otherwise. But for me, personally, I don't like this focus on parkour. I don't like the focus on stuff that is just useless. I I would rather that they focus on stuff that we play, stuff that we do, open world combat, open world activities. That's what I would like to see a focus on, just to add more to the world. Stuff like what they are promising in June, the new quest with a new ally, difficulty settings, immersion options, whatever that means, open world alarm system, which hopefully is not just an wanted status and it's actually a fleshed out system, kind of similar to Odyssey. That system, even if it was small, it was fun. Going through the whole mercenary system was a great experience and it added a lot to Odyssey. So hopefully they are trying to add that. I don't know how much they can do that. Maybe it's too ambitious as just a random update, but hopefully they do something like that. Either way, what they are promising in June is very promising, no pun intended. It seems to be more of the stuff that I'm looking forward to. Actual gameplay stuff that I'm gonna be using every time I boot up the game. Stuff that I think will affect the gameplay a lot. So hopefully we get more of that. Now when it comes to stuff that are after June, I don't really have an opinion on it. They just list random stuff like special collaborations, codex updates, Animus content. Like we don't even know what's the frequency of the Animus battle passes that we're supposed to get. I finished my 2 battle passes today. I don't know when the next one is coming out. Is it a monthly thing? Is it a weekly? Is it like a 3-month thing? A yearly thing? I don't know. But I am hoping for more updates on the Animus, because it was a whole big deal that the new Assassin's Creed game is gonna be based on this Animus hub. So I was interested in hearing more about it, but it seems like so far they're kind of putting it aside. So I would like to hear more about that. The Claws of Awaji expansion I am sure will be great, but I am more than content to wait for it and basically give them the time to work on it and make it actually great and satisfactory with new enemies, new combat moves and stuff. I'm sure they can do great. Usually Ubisoft DLCs don't disappoint me, except the Dawn of Ragnarok DLC in Valhalla. Other than that, I enjoyed basically most of the DLCs that Ubisoft puts out. So I'm not really worried about the DLC. I am just hoping that they focus more on gameplay stuff in the Battle Pass. That's what I want to see. I know that this is a side tangent, but if you compare the game to Odyssey, there were a lot of systems that I was kind of hoping would come back. For example, the ship combat. Even if there is no ship combat in Shadows, I was hoping for something to replace it. And I don't think that the hideout is enough of a replacement, because there is no actual gameplay content in the hideout. You just upgrade it and walk around, which is fun. Sure, I used to spend thousands of hours in Fallout 4 settlements, but I would like to see something with actual combat that I can replay and upgrade and just invest myself in, like the ship system that we had in Odyssey, or, you know, the raids that we had in Valhalla, just gameplay stuff. That's what I want to see, and based on the Valhalla post-launch, I think they will do that. But to be honest, the Valhalla post-launch was faster at this time of the game. It's been already out for like 2 months or something. We had more content for Valhalla. We had a good part of the post-launch coming out already. This game only had like 2 small updates with 1 very small quest added and 1 collaboration. So I am hoping that they pick up the pace to work actually better on it. I know that Ubisoft has a lot of reputation built on this game, so I know that they can't abandon it, but it was kind of worrying to see it in the news that Ubisoft delayed a lot of their big games to 2026. I don't know how much that affects Shadows. I'm sure that they already have the roadmap planned out. I would just like to know more about it, you know, just some transparency. That's all I'm asking for. I hope the developers work on transparency and give us more gameplay stuff. That's all I want from this game moving on. So all in all, I do like the post-launch map, but I don't think it's that amazing. So far, it's my least favorite in the RPG series of Assassin's. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they improve it and they give us more fun stuff. For now, let me know what you think of Assassin's Creed Shadows. I've been enjoying the game a lot. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out a lot of performance issues that I have with my machine. I don't know if it's only me, but it is really annoying to play the game when it's not running as I wish it would run. Other than that, I've been enjoying the game a lot and I'm having a blast with it, but I am spreading it out. I realized a while ago that if I rush myself with these Assassin's Creed games, I just get burnt out, and it's kind of what happened with me with Valhalla and Far Cry 6. I need to spread it out, enjoy it, experience the world, and not feel pressured to finish the game as fast as I can. So that's what I'm trying to do with Shadows. If you noticed, I haven't been uploading a lot, and that's why, because I'm trying not to rush the game, and it's been fun to play it very slowly and just easily. So let me know what you think of Shadows. Have you been enjoying it? What do you think of the roadmap? Are you excited for the future of the game? Do you still play the game? Do you go back for the weekly update things to get the Animus Hub things? I do. Other than that, just look forward for more Assassin's Creed videos. And as always, thank you for watching. Check out the channel, do like, subscribe, the YouTube stuff, and have a nice day.